What's the big problem with tidal power? The sea beats these things up. Test turbines from companies like Verdant Power have come up mangled by waves and tides. Because the turbines are anchored to the sea floor, they aren't easy to repair either. Barry Johnston, CEO and founder of ScotRenewables, says his company's come up with a way around that problem. The turbines float on the surface.
So what we've opted for is a very simple structure. I think it's all about being simple and being survivable. This might not be the most efficient type of tidal energy system from tidal current to electricity, but it will be very cheap to build and very cost effective to maintain. So it's all about that balance, getting the cost of energy right down. So it's a tube basically. Tube's most structurally efficient element. It's cheap to build. You can roll them out like wind turbine towers. You can road transport this system. Our challenge is to be able to moor this system out there and make it survive. That's our number one challenge. If we can do that, then we're confident that we can capture enough power.
The company's turbine essentially looks like a big missile. Johnson's holding a 1-meter model in his hands. Next year, the company wants to put an 8-meter prototype in the water at the European Marine Energy Centre in nearby Stromness, Scotland. The commercial version will be 40 meters long and be deployed in arrays. One of the real refreshing things about ScotRenewables is the can-do attitude. The employees actually built this corporate headquarters over a weekend. The company gym is actually a turbine from a dismantled wind turbine. They even built their own wave tank.
What we're trying to do is use a very simple structure, very simple geometries, very simple components, and use clever things like the rotors to control the motion rather than huge structures to control the motion. So that's the big difference to what we're trying to do.
Will the company make it? Hard to say. Others have tried this approach of floating turbines on the surface and failed. Still, Scotland is genuinely determined to make marine power work, and they're funding research programs and other programs to make sure it happens. And the people at ScotRenewables seem pretty handy with a toolbox. I'm Michael Canellis with Green Tech Media.